Okay. All right. Hey, everybody. Back for some weekly affirmations with Awesome Ashby. Some weekly affirmations with Awesome Ashby. Affirmations, Awesome Ashby. A. Okay. Woo. All right. Time on the alliteration. So, hello, everybody. I am going to pull today from a super fun deck called the Affirmators Deluxe Edition by Knock Knock. It's a super cool company. Check out their website. Yeah. This is like the very cool like highlight, basically like all bests of all editions. I do have 5 decks of their original, which is the work affirmators, the family affirmators, the love affirmators, the original deck, and then what's the first one? Work, family. Oh, creative for the creative mind. We'll go through them all. There's no rush. There's no rush. No. Look how cool this box is. A little rainbow on the side. Let's get that in focus. Focus for me. Focus for me. So yeah, it's a cool box. It's very cool. Very cool. Very cool. And we're gonna pull some, and look how cool like the card is. Ooh, looks like shiny, and it's like a rabbit on a unicorn. Anyways, love it. All right, well, we got one that popped out. I'm not for sure like what to pick. The cards. I mean, I guess I could just take the first 5 off the top. Doesn't sound like it's much fun, so I like to. I think I also like shuffling cards. Not that I want to be a casino dealer or anything. That's not like a secret true passion of mine. But I think I like to shuffle them. I like to shuffle them. No, we can't have all of those. We're just going to take this one. 5 at a time. Those are the rules. But yeah, like I just, it's just like calming. So I'm like holding my hand and I like shuffle. I don't know. I'm smiling because it really does make me happy to do it. And I think even when I'm stressed out, I just like take a deck of the cards and I'll just like shuffle them in my hand. And there's like different ways to shuffle. Not that one shuffling method is better than the next, because like some people take them and they like do that, and you have a regular deck cards. Like these decks of cards are different, kind of like tarot decks. Not that this is tarot. This is not tarot. These are affirmations. That's a skill set I don't possess yet. Who knows what the future holds? But because they're not like a deck of cards where you can do that bridge, where you like, and then you make the, what I'm talking about. Anyways, I digress. So yes, love the affirmation cards. I normally do Sweet Ass Affirmations by Rage Create. I have 2 of the 2 decks they've made out, but I also have like all the Knock Knock decks as well. And I'm all about equal opportunity for all the affirmation decks. I also have some personal, I say too much, personal like self-love decks that I really like, that I think I'll read too. They are female based, even though I think they can apply across the gender spectrum. But they're really pretty and I really like the artistry on them, and I don't want to not share them. So we'll eventually get there. Okay. So for today with the Knock Knock. So the thing with these cards is, see how cool the back is? On the Rage Create cards, it has like the picture and the affirmation, and then it has like a description on the other side. So I'm going to try to hold these up and read it so that you can see the focus. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be hard for me to. So I'm going to read them to you and then I will show them to you. So this is a really cool picture of a heart holding an umbrella on a surfboard riding a wave. Let's show you. Let's show you the picture first so you can resonate with it. Okay, let's see. Well, maybe I can read that. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes And when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. Follow your heart. I love that. I try to follow my heart as best I can. You know, it's not easy. I feel like I say that every video. Personal growth is a journey and not an easy one, but a beautiful one. And so, yes, follow your heart. I feel like that's also a broad stroke, right? Follow your heart. What does that mean? And I'm going to come back to something I said in previous videos because I like to talk about my journey. It's not about projecting onto your journey. I'm talking about my journey. And if you relate, that's beautiful. It resonates with you. I'm here for you. I'm a self-diagnosed habitual people pleaser, and I should always follow my heart and do what it is that makes me happy, that, fills my soul with joy. And sometimes as a habitual people pleaser, I put other people first, right? And so I'm always going to say in all my videos that is not the answer. It is important to care and love your loved ones and make them a priority, but you are number one priority to yourself, to make sure that you are self-caring, taking care of yourself, self-love, all that good stuff, right? And what is self-love? Heavy word, I know. It is, making sure, besides like the basics, like making sure that you take care of your body and your mind and your soul, putting good things inside of you, making sure we, look at like our unhealthy habits and patterns in life. And again, all that stuff's hard. Yeah, that's why therapy exists, and so many people go, and I'm a big fan. And so if you do go to therapy, two snaps for you, because it's beautiful, and I understand, and sometimes you need some help looking at all the stuff going on in your life. Okay, so the next card is called Space, which I find very funny in this moment. Let's see if I can get you in there for the space. I'm officially freeing up space in my schedule and dialing my brain buzz down to like an 8, formerly an 11. Making space can mean a lot of things: rest, daydreams, Colombian mud baths. I like that one, Colombian mud baths. But no matter what my preferred poison of placidity, the point is it's time to take a break or a beat. Empty my mind and reset all these poor little overpushed buttons. Oh, and if I track any Colombian mud into the house, sorry, but I can't clean it now. I'm busy making space. Okay, that is such a good self-love card because it's true. Story time again. So I've lived in apartments because I live in the city in Los Angeles like forever, and I think in more rural locations, it is, and I could be wrong because I've lived in a city for so long. I could be wrong. I've lived in a city for so long. I'm not going to rhyme anymore. Okay, stop. Write it down, Ashby. So anyways, back to self-love. Focus, I'm focusing. Space is great for self-love because I think I used to be a person who didn't like to take up a lot of space. When you live with roommates, you do have to compromise, and that is difficult. And then when you have families, there's compromise, difficult. And I'm not saying just women, a lot of times women, but lots of people, most of women, we are like, kind of it's like a history thing, just sort of ingrained us to like make ourselves smaller for the comfort of others, and I am not okay with that. And I have a big personality, and I do take up a lot of space, and I think only recently I've been really comfortable with taking up that much space. I mean, I've always been like really confident in that way, like as if my voice demands to be heard, kind of a thing, which everyone's voice demands to be heard, one at a time, of course. Like, let's get the spirit stick. But because I lived with different roommates for so long over the years, it was just like, and then you weave that in with my habitual people-pleasing condition, it was tough, and I feel like I never really got to be myself, and live the life that I wanted to. I mean, granted, it is expensive to live on your own in the city. So, I mean, I'm not giving myself a hard time or passing any kind of judgment or whatever. But I am realizing that having that freedom is very vital to my existence, and being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it and expressing myself has been like super cathartic and awesome. And I think I've just tapped the surface recently. So you take up space, take a break, take. Oh, have you ever seen the movie Couch Trip? So good. Totally watch it. Dan Aykroyd and this fabulous gentleman. I forgot what his name is. Gordon something. He recently passed away, I want to say, in the last couple of years. So talented. And I think Dan Aykroyd actually married the woman who is the female lead in that movie. Anyways, watch Couch Trip. It's a classic from like the 80s, I want to say. And the character in there, not that Dan Aykroyd plays this other gentleman that passed away in the last couple of years. I can't, his name's just slipped my mind. Tell me in the comments if you remember. He is a psychiatrist and he's going through like a mental breakdown. And he says all the time, like, I just need my space. And that's what that card reminds me of, because not that we're all going through mental breakdowns, although no judgment if you are, if you have. I personally feel like I'm going through a midlife awakening. I thought it was only going to be like a year. It's turning into more like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So, yay. And so, yeah. So, space. Space, 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 space. Take your space. Okay, moving forward. Moving forward, the next card. Oh, I love this because I love popcorn and I love butter and salt. And when you put all of those things together, the magic happens. Okay, so this card, let's get it in there, folks, is joy. Joy to the world. Okay, that's Christmas time. We're not there. Anyways, to enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it way better. Today I will add joy to everything. To everything. Really slather it on. Today I am over Orville Redenbacher of joy. And life's popcorn is about to get it. Yeah. Joy's a good card. Joy's a good name. Joy's a good card. Joy's a good word. And sometimes we're not in the mood for this one, but that doesn't make it less true, because when we add joy to the things that we do, life is good. Life is good. So slather on that joy. Okay. So since we're in the food realm, we'll stick to the next card, which is also has food representative on it. And I do love the pizza. Okay, so let's check this one out. Ooh, this is a good one, but I need to be able to see it to read it in the camera. Okay, criticism. Here we go. It's a toughie. Criticism. I remind myself that there's nothing in the world that everyone likes. If someone doesn't get me, my perspective, or my work, that's okay. There are also weirdos is crossed out, so don't say that. There are also people in the world who don't like pizza. But does that mean pizza is bad? Nope. It means those people are wrong and or robots. And it's all good, because more pizza for us. I love this card. Okay, I also love pizza, so let's keep it real. And I don't know who those people are out there that don't like pizza. I mean, I am like lactose intolerant, and I will eat pizza, okay? I won't have ice cream. I like the vegan ice cream because, again, lactose intolerant. But I'm a serious yes. I'm a hard yes for pizza. But I really like this card. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I like this card. Because criticism is tough. And again, living in Hollywood, California, criticism and art and movies and video content and all of this goes together. Because some people are going to like what you make and some people aren't. I can see both sides of what I'm doing right now. I am on the video and I'm reading affirmation cards, and you know, there's two ways to look at it, right? The negative self-talk side of me is like, these people can go out and buy these decks of cards and read them for themselves, and they don't need you to read it to them, and you're just wasting your time. Okay, and that's the negative self-talk. These are my hand puppets that I created. And then like the positive side of the self-talk is like, these totally cheered you up when you were going through your, you know, change, transformation process, midlife awakening, you know, pandemic frustrations, you know, life spinning moment like a lot of us went through in the last couple years. And these cards really cheered you up and they made you feel good and they helped you get through it, you know, whether it was whatever it is, losing a person, getting rejected, losing a job, losing whatever, losing, rejecting, all the things that are tough going through the last few years that we've all gone through. And this is such a great way to share that with others who might need that pick me up, or who might need to hear those words of that resonate, that they've been through something similar as yourself, or you know, a fresh perspective, or you know, a smile or a laugh. And so I choose, and this doesn't say it on the card, I'm saying this to you from my heart, I choose to listen to the positive voice in my head. I'm going to say that again. I choose to listen to the positive voice in my head. I choose that. I choose that. And I think what we don't realize is that it is a choice. And this is so silly. And I don't know why I think of this all the time, but I feel like a lot of people might remember this. So there was a really famous movie in the 90s called Pretty Woman. No, it was 80s. 89? Was it 89? Anyway, everybody knows the movie Pretty Woman. And if you don't, where have you been? And in that movie, and I don't know, it's so weird that I remember this, but I feel like a lot of people remember this. There was this moment when she was laying in bed with Richard Gere. And if you don't know the premise of Pretty Woman, look it up, but really quick. It's basically like a Cinderella outtake, but with like Julia Roberts is a prostitute and Richard Gere is like this very rich businessman. And I feel like that's enough. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm like, my mind is blown, and you should also look it up and watch it. Okay, so anyway, Pretty Woman. She says when they're laying in bed having like pillow talk or whatever after, you know, the morning after, it's easier to, he says all these nice things to her and she goes, well, it's easier to believe the bad stuff. And I think that's true for all of us, you know, not just a character in that movie. You know, in our lifetimes, people will say all kinds of things to us. And I know that it's true that the people that we care the most about can hurt us the worst, you know, when they say unkind things or things that we didn't want to hear. But when someone you care about, or even when you don't care about, someone, you know, in a class or whatever says something unkind, you know, it's easier easier to hold on to that negative thought. And it structures the people that we become. And you think that you don't have a choice, but you do. And so I choose to believe the good things and the positive ways that I talk to myself. And I'm going to do some videos on that too, because I know that I'm right. And then we all have these little voices in our heads that say stuff. And I promise you, choosing the positive one will get you a lot further. Okay, last card. I just can't help myself. It's like every other video. Who said I can't cry on camera? Nobody ever said that, because there's lots of proof that I can. Okay. So this one, this is cute. I think this is an anteater. You tell me. And it's on a magic carpet. So I just feel like that is a unique moment in itself. Okay, so anteater. Okay, that tiny printing I'm going to have to read. Okay, here we go. My best self. I trust that when I'm doing what's best for me and being the happiest version of myself, the right sorts of relationships will appear in my life. That means I can let go of all of my worries about the future, knowing that my only job is to be happy in this moment. Okay, that tiny writing I need. And then it says, while simultaneously attaining a cosmic level of enlightened awareness and total psychological self actualization. Ah, total enlightenment. That's what I'm looking for in life is total enlightenment like the Buddha. I have to read this again because it's making me laugh so hard. Okay, here we go. I trust that when I'm doing what's best for me and being the happiest version of myself, the right sorts of relationships will appear in my life. That means I can let go of all of my worries about the future, knowing that my only job is to be happy in this moment. Ah. While simultaneously attaining a cosmic level of enlightened awareness and total psychological self actualization. Ah. These are the dreams, people. These are the dreams. That was good. I love that they picked an anteater. I don't know. Who doesn't love an anteater? I think I've only seen one at the zoo. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Anyway. Again, I can rant. So if that interests you, make a comment. Ashby, I would like you to rant, and I will make a rant video. But that's not what's happening. We are reading affirmations for the week because I'm here to lift you up and to tell you everything's going to be okay. But also, personal growth takes work, and if we work on it, what's that? If we work the program works. I don't know what that's from. This is not a program. I'm just telling you that I'm sharing with you the fact that I've gone through a journey. I'm still going through the journey. I want to share that journey with you. I hope that you've gotten something from these affirmations. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope that you are actively listening to everyone around you and that you are being heard and kind. Remember, no one's a mind reader. Communication is the key in any and all relationships. And I want you to love yourself because I love you. So until next time, I will see you around.